some fucking episode of the Rad Dude.
Well,
Yeah, that's
the
fine.
microphone.
You got to keep the... No,
No,
man,
we're not doing the microphone.
New thing.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, we've been ready since you walked in the door.
We're doing a new recording strategy. Hi.
Sorry.
No, you're out. You're out.
The door cannot be opening and closing throughout this.
Now, let me ask you this. So we're not using the board here. We're going straight into the recorder.
Yeah.
Greg, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do I need to lean in when I speak?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, I got to knock the papers by
Yeah,
the mic.
don't, maybe stand it up. I've seen people stand it up. Is that not a thing to do?
I don't know. It's fine.
No, yeah, because it's got the plug. It can't really stand up. So if you...
So this is recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
That's what we've been told. Anthony is eating a sandwich. It looks delicious. It's really just about the messiest sandwich a man could design.
I don't know how I feel about this.
What do you mean?
How do you guys feel about this? No mics.
Well, I don't trust it, first of all.
I'm fine.
I
I just don't know if it's happening.
Yeah, I
You
certainly
gotta move in.
think...
I think everyone getting closer.
I certainly don't
Alright.
believe it. You know what I mean?
I think it's good.
What episode is this?
Should I test it?
Well, this is the test.
Yeah, this
That's
is
your
good.
phone. That's not my phone. That's bigger than my phone. Okay, anyway, let's get going. My name is Brendan Ayer. I'm here, of course. This bit's tired out. I'll just say your full names. With Anthony DeVito and Greg Stone.
Yeah. Oh, you're upset today, huh?
No, but you know what I realized?
What?
I can't do the same bit every time where I say, "What's your name?" You guys refuse to
Mark
get
Maron
say
does
your
it.
name, and then I just get mad.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta grow as a comedian
Yeah, no. But
and a man. I gotta grow as a man and a comedian.
It's so weird. Without the mics, you could get so close to me.
Yeah, that's what. For those of you at home, I'm leaning in real close to Greg. I got a hand. I feel freed up.
That's what I'm saying. We could walk around the whole room, I think.
No, it's great.
But I suggest Anthony gets close.
But who knows if it'll work? This will be back to the good old days when we didn't know if our fucking podcast was recording or not. Let me just check what episode this is. We have
100.
No, it's not,
Okay.
Anthony. First of all, you sitting over here, I find it. Greg, you've got the headphones on. Is
Yeah.
what Anthony's saying picking up? How is this working?
You don't know.
Well, that's good. As long as no one knows. It's episode 93.
It will get him, to some extent.
Episode 93 of the world-famous Rad Dudecast. Thank you for sticking with us for all these 93 episodes. You can do us a favor. Follow us on iTunes. Subscribe on iTunes. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. And what it does is that downloads directly to the device of your choice every week. No holds barred. No problems in the hitch. In the barn doors are wide open. Second of all, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. I'll shoot straight with you. I'd like one of them 5-star ratings. You know what I mean? Next point of business. I'd like to, first of all, Browns game last night, fucking disaster. More importantly, I don't know if you saw this, Anthony. One of our loyal listeners, and I'm going to let Greg go ahead and read this. One of our loyal listeners, gentleman by the name of Ryan Nutter on Twitter.
Yeah.
This guy wrote a college paper, based on a character that Greg did
Are you serious?
in the podcast. Yeah, turned it in.
God.
And we were reading it before, and James said, "What college do you think he goes to?" I go, clearly some sort of reform school, because this is insanity. Greg, you want to...
Yeah.
Go ahead and take this.
right
So
here.
this guy turned this in. So the prompt, I'll give you the prompt. This was for his English class, and maybe it's high school. I don't know. But the prompt was in class writing exercise number 6. Describe in a voice and from a point of view different from your own a visit to a place where you like to go. And this is based on character Greg did on the Rad Dudecast.
I don't know that this actually even is an answer to the question.
It's most certainly not. But go ahead and read it.
It says, I'm Greg the Fish. My mother was a catfish, and my father was also Greg the Fish. But he was not a fish. He was a mobster. If you kill me... This is actually very on point with the character.
No, I remember that character. As
Yeah.
soon as he said... I mean,
You had to listen to it.
Well, here's what's interesting, and I'll let you keep going. But not only is it insane, it's also plagiarism, I think.
Yeah, I would go ahead and say that to sue him.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you kill me, a vendetta will be placed on you, and your old mobster ghosts will come after you. It just goes on and on and on. Check out our Twitter. It's great. He nails it. It's just about Greg the Fish, the old mobster and fish person.
Was Greg the Fish
Who
from?
learns grease? He has a grease move.
Yeah,
He'll grease you.
It was from the Magic.
Was it?
From the was the game we played, Dungeons and Dragons.
Whoa!
Was
Oh
Greg
the
Fish
man!
from that?
Oh, so that's a real deep cut.
Yeah. Now I got to backtrack here. Two things. One, I lost my water. Okay.
Oh.
So if you see a water,
You
it's a
went outside
Starbucks
with it.
cup.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
go check a look. And then two, and I'd like to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
You gotta, if you do what sounds to me to be the most vile burp I've ever heard in my life, you gotta at least address it. We can't just
Oh, I didn't hear
continue. You didn't hear?
I have
It
these
was,
headphones on. I don't think they're
Greg, it
plugged
was
in.
wet. It was
Oh.
saucy. There was sauce in his
There was
throat.
a lot to it. Yeah, I just thought you were being a professional and you were just going right over it.
No.
I thought that was nice of you.
No, I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
These headphones are either we're not getting any audio, or these headphones don't work.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Nutter, he's great. He wrote that thing on Twitter about a home that was for sale that seemed like a nice place,
Had no windows.
but it ain't got no windows. I thought that was
Yo, let's
that
shout.
guy's great.
Let's
He's
shout out
great.
to some because we have been getting some good tweets.
Yeah.
Lately, of course, Urge is all Urge.
Oh, we
Daddy.
do have a guy we have to
Urge.
message.
I think Urge gave us a
I think Urge's relationship is doing better.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
it.
seems like
Love.
every snap from 8 months ago was just Urge, a lonely weird man, and now Urge has got that girl, and they seem to be very happy together.
Well, and
I'm
I
very
also-
happy for them.
They've been together forever, I think.
I don't know. I think he was courting her or around the time when we were starting to mention him.
Oh, and my buddy Dave Dawson, who's at Dave Dawson, said, "Awesome surprise to hear Anthony DeVito on last week's This American
yeah,
Life.
that was really nice.
Definitely check him out on at the Rad Dudecast with other funny dudes." So that was great at Dave. And then
Is
the
Dave
normal.
Dawson related to Drew Dawson?
No,
Oh,
you
okay.
were. How do you know Drew Dawson?
You talk about him all the time.
Oh yeah, I grew up with Drew Dawson. Dave Dawson.
I know that. Yeah.
Dave Dawson grew up in the same area as me, younger guy. I didn't know
Okay.
him till later on in life.
Gotcha.
All right.
I gotta send a shout out to this one guy. It was very weird. My ex, who loves your podcast, we should get a throw out. Life has been pretty crappy. Well, I'm not sure if he's still listening to your podcast, but I would assume that he is. Maybe you could do a shout out to him again.
And that's a tweet?
Which doesn't say his name. Should I read this? It's kind of sad.
Well,
Well, it says, what's Andrew P. from Oakwood? Shout out to you if your ex-girlfriend doesn't know.
Wait, that's a tweet?
What happened was I have like another inbox in my
okay.
Facebook that I didn't know.
yeah, everyone's got that. It's
Yeah.
that fake inbox. Yeah.
So I checked it and I had messages from like years ago. So we had a message from 2014 and someone said, "When are you guys coming to Champaign?" I said, "Who guys?" And she wrote, "My ex used to listen to your podcast." Kind of like, I don't really listen to it. Fair enough, but his life was crappy or something. I don't know what's going on with him. Hope you're doing all right, Andrew P. Lee, the second. From
Wait,
Oakwood.
Oh, he's great. Andrew Lee's always.
Is that Andrew Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
What I would imagine she wanted you to do is probably just give him a shout out without the whole backstory
Yeah.
on his ex-girlfriend
Yeah,
begging
he's-
you to do it because his life sucks now.
I don't know what she's talking about. This girl.
I thought you were making it up.
I don't know.
mean,
Well, to
I
be
thought that
honest
was
with you,
a
I'm
Greg makeup.
Listen,
I didn't think it was
Andrew-
not
real.
really reading it correctly, to be honest. with
Andy,
you.
buddy,
Oh, man.
you've always been a number one guy in our hearts.
Jesus.
You're gonna move on. People care about you.
Yeah.
Dude, you're doing great. Now,
If you need us, we're here for you.
Yeah,
Love you,
man.
Andrew Lee.
yeah.
Actually, I don't, it's not his life or her life that's crappy. It just says, who the hell knows? I think it's with the weather. I can't read it because I can't read and.
What's
and
happening?
I
You
messed
alright?
up that whole message.
No, you didn't.
Did
I
you
think
make
you did a
that up,
great
or was that a
job.
real
Because I
message?
was reading just words.
that was
I
real.
was just picking
Oh, that
out
was
words in
real.
the paragraph, and I just made them come together.
Oh.
One of the words was crappy, and I just said one of the words was life, and I put life is crappy, and that's not even
It's not even a
what
bad
she
thing.
said.
Yeah.
No,
Can I tell you a story though? I have a story.
Yeah.
Or
I'd
no,
love to
you
hear
want
it.
something else?
I got nothing. I'd love to fucking. Your stories are.
That was a minor.
Don't do
burp.
that because
that
the
was-
mic picks it up real heavy.
I'm not. I don't want to do it.
No, but cover your mouth. Burp into a sheet.
You told me to cover my
Burp
mouth.
into a
Burp into
bag.
a sheet.
Burp into a bag.
Burp into a
Be
sheet.
professional. Be professional.
That was weird what you just said. You said, be professional.
Be professional.
Be professional.
Man, I gotta tell you about how I got. All right, well, I gotta tell you what Anthony. All right,
He
Anthony
did.
already-
He burped
I
into
did.
a
I
sheet.
did into a blanket
did
that
it.
time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stop
You
burping.
feel like it sounds weirder.
he somehow has, and I'd love to get to your story, but he somehow learned to eat where he takes in at least as much air
Yeah.
as he does. I think he sucks the food in.
Yeah.
Well, you guys made me eat so fast.
That's like it. You
Please
eat.
start yelling at me.
You eat like an anteater.
An anteater.
Yeah.
3 T's.
Yeah.
Anteater.
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 Be professional.
Be professional.
With the anteater.
You eat like an anteater.
All right. All right. And on to Greg. Okay, hold on. Let me. I actually.
It's not a great story.
I composed the.
Don't suck in the air and you
Holy
won't burp
shit!
out.
This is beyond burping.
You
This
go-
is like. Yeah, they're like.
No,
weird.
'cause I'm
It's like a
trying.
vomit.
I'm trying to counteract it coming out, so I'm taking air in.
That's not.
Oh, that's
Not
the.
true.
That's what that's going to do. Is that's going to add to it.
This might be like my previous fiber pill episode situation.
You want to like this candy? What's with this candy?
I don't.
No, that's a
Oh, that's drugs candy.
illegal candy.
Oh boy. How come
Yeah,
you always
it's-
have so many edibles?
Because they just give them to me at the knitting
Oh,
factory.
you gotta get some for me. I'll give you like $5. Tell me
Yeah,
I give you
get
one.
that
$5.
one. Have that one. Suck it down.
No, I gotta do the show.
Suck it
Don't kill me.
down. Suck it
I
down.
think this sucking method is working.
No.
No. Come on.
Come on.
I gotta do a story.
I'm
It's really
gonna
grossing
throw
me
up.
out. You're gonna make people.
I didn't see fucking Ira Glass putting up with this horse shit. You
I
didn't
get
burp
it.
on his.
I
You didn't,
get it.
you didn't burp on the #1 podcast in the world.
We do a lot of takes. We do a lot.
Okay, this is a jingle I composed this week.
I guess we're gonna skip over my.
After
maybe,
this,
story.
after this, we do Greg's story. We do Brendan's
We'll do the
jingle,
jingle, we'll do the jingle.
then we do Greg's story.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then-
Ooh,
I don't mind.
are you gonna feel red in the face when you hear what the jingle is?
All right.
Ooh, are you gonna eat your own shoe?
All right. I'm ready. I'm not. I won't though because I'm furious.
It's time for stories with Greg. This guy never pulls your leg. Hear a story from Greg. See,
Yeah.
it was the jingle was for your fucking story.
But your story still went. Your song still went first.
Yeah, because that's how a jingle to the segment works.
That's how you. That's why you cut a guy off with a jingle. It's the best way to cut a guy off. You do a jingle.
I thought the jingle was introduced in the story.
Of course it was.
That's what I thought.
So I got to tell you a story about how I got kind of high. I told you already. I'll tell you guys again. I went to a guy's house and we smoked some pot. Too much pot.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you this. I got so high.
Oh, yeah.
It was crazy. I went. I just walked up. 'Cause I live in a Greek neighborhood. Just walked up to any Greek guy and said, "Make me a gyro." And I stared at him. I stared at this guy right through his soul. And I swear to God, after about 10 minutes, he made me a gyro. I was so high, I willed this guy to make me a gyro. Then,
Now, how would you like questions to occur
at the end,
in the
at the
story?
end,
All questions at
at
the
the end,
A fair point, Brendan.
at the end, he says to me, "What do you want on this gyro?" What do I say? I don't know what to say. This is a guy on the street. So I said, "Give me everything. Give me everything." And then he says, "So onions or tomatoes?" I said, "No onions, no tomatoes." So he gave me this gyro with just meat and sauce. Great. He then, I said, "I don't know what I'm going to do to this guy." So I says to him, "All I have is $20. He then gives me an obnoxious amount of money back, maybe $15. I went home and I ate this gyro. But it was amazing because if you believe, you can achieve. That's what I'm saying here. That's all you really, the problem of the story is that sometimes you could just fucking will it to happen. And that's it. That's my story.
Okay, if I can get in here. So, and I do think it's an interesting story. Now, what makes you think that you weren't at any kind of normal gyro sales facility?
No, I don't know. I just picked a guy.
Right, I know that that's what you think in hindsight, but you ended up with a gyro,
Yep.
right? So I
Great
think
gyro.
maybe what happened is you went to a place that makes gyros. You then
It was
thought,
on the
you
street.
then sort of lost. Do you remember it clearly? Was it just a man on the street, or was it a possibility that it was a cart?
It was the man on the street. Yeah, he did have a cart near him, but I think I willed that cart to happen.
Okay, so you went to a gyro cart, I think.
I mean, however you want to paint the picture.
The story is you ordered a gyro and got a gyro and gave a guy money and he gave it back to you. Greg walked in when he told me this story. He walked through the door very high and he goes, "I gotta tell you the craziest thing just happened to me." Turns out he just ordered a gyro and ate a gyro. That was it. That's the craziest
The
story.
interesting
It's
thing,
one way to look at it.
The interesting thing to me about your highness
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Like Your Highness the King.
Yeah.
Could I have one of those Altoids?
Yeah.
I would like an Altoid as well.
Is that so? When you first started smoking weed,
Yep.
I sort of thought like there's a period when this wears off, when weed stops being such a heavy drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it starts being more like you're sort of functioning normally.
Yeah.
It has not happened to you yet.
No.
Weed to you has remained, and with Anthony too, but Anthony, you don't do it all that much. With you, you're doing it enough where I think there would
Not
be
that much, but a little enough, I guess.
some tolerance,
Yeah.
but you really do get fucking high as shit, man.
Yeah. My body is a finely tuned machine.
Yeah.
Any kind of thing. We'll throw that around.
I wonder if that has to do with like starting later in the game, or if it's just your brain is such an operation.
It really is.
It's
such an operation. It's a bunch of men in line with a
that's
place
what
to
I mean.
be.
Just great stuff going on.
You take a thing out of place and
Right.
no one knows how to work.
Right.
Right.
You know, the guy who's working the alleys doesn't know how to work the ears. So if he's not, if he's
You're
told
seeing
to-
out of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it is? And I also accept it. I bring it in. I enjoy it. Yesterday we had a fun one. What happened yesterday? I got this idea. You want to get on this plan?
Man,
Is this going to be a Terminator idea?
Oh, I'll tell you about that in a second. No, not that one. This is about my idea of lobster cruise.
Oh, yeah.
So it's hard to get a good show in New York,
Yeah.
right? So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a Ted Cruz fundraiser. Get all the Ted Cruz supporters out. And then when they're all there...
Yeah, the
we
show
talk.
also, Greg called it, Honest to God, Ted Cruz will be here.
The honest to God, Ted Cruz will be here
Yeah.
show. We offer you Ted Cruz and lobster dinners. So everyone who comes gets a free lobster dinner, free Ted Cruz. Yeah. And we get there, we just tell them, it's like, we got a couple comics before we bring out Ted. We do the show. At the very bottom of the flyer, by the way, right, we have to write card subject to change, just so people know. All the comics get off. Then what do? We get back on stage. We go, we're so sorry. I tell you, Ted's not coming. He can't make it, and he had the lobsters with him. So
Yeah.
That's
Bad
good.
news, Ted's not going
news.
to be here. Worse news, he had the lobsters.
he had the lobsters. So well, thank you guys for coming. We'll try this again next week.
What if you did so that this way you can't even get jammed up for lying? What if you got a comic named Ted Cruz but spelled differently?
That's what I was
You
saying.
get him in
And you
there,
get this other
and
Ted
then you
Cruz.
also get those little candy sort of Swedish fish style
Yeah.
lobsters.
Yeah.
You give those out. You no
yeah.
false advertising.
Then
Yeah.
that's great.
Now I hate to be a sort of a picky Peter.
Sure.
I don't want to
I hate
be.
for you to be a picky Peter, too.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be a fault finding Freddy, but
Yeah. Sure.
You know, I am no pessimistic Priscilla.
Yeah.
But what I would say is, are you sure that is the ideal audience for a comedy show? Just a disappointed room of rich Republicans.
Well, they're not.
Who are starving.
Yeah.
They're not disappointed until you find out Ted Cruz isn't there.
No, see, I think
Which we tell them at the end.
right. No, I think they'll be disappointed from the get go because
Yeah.
I think
That's what I was
I think they would imagine that maybe the warm up act
Is Ted
for
Cruz related?
for a Ted Cruz speech would not necessarily be a liberal Brooklyn comedian.
Yeah, well, I live in Queens,
That's true. That's true.
so
Also, no comic is going to want to do the show.
Well, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't get me
I
wrong.
love
yeah,
do it.
we'll do I swear to God, Ted Cruz is here. Fundraiser.
Well, it's interesting that this is where this went because when you said the lobster cruise, there's a boat out. I went on a lobster cruise. There's this boat that sells lobster rolls on the Hudson,
Oh.
and you just get on it. It's a tourist trap. They're okay, but it's a pain in the ass. It just goes out about 10 feet, and you sit in the river.
You just have a lobster roll.
You just have a
That's
lobster
it.
roll. You got to wait in line for about 6 hours. You get on there. It goes about 35 feet out. You could have stayed parked. You easily could have stayed
How
parked.
much are these lobster rolls?
Tickets included. You're probably spending $400, $500.
Oh my God.
No, not that much.
But still, anyway, it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's not.
I like lobster tails.
I'm not a huge lobster guy. People seem to identify lobster as the best food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
associated with decadence, for
Yeah.
sure. I like butter a lot.
Butter.
So
Yeah.
it's confusing to know Whether I'm just a
Yes.
fan of lobster or I
Or a
just
fan of
really
butter.
like a hot butter sauce. I think you can kind of put anything in there.
Right.
and I
Have they
enjoy it.
tried dipping anything else in there? Because
Right,
maybe the
yeah.
lobster.
Donut.
Yeah.
Yeah, grass.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe grass is
We
the
might
best
find
food.
out that
yeah.
grass is, and then that's great because you have it all over your front lawn.
Yeah.
Shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, shrimp cocktail. I love a shrimp cocktail.
Yeah. I
Ooh.
like the texture.
There's this
You
thing.
don't like the texture.
Love
you like
the texture.
Yeah.
There's
I don't like
this
the love
shrimp cocktail at this place in Indianapolis. It's called like I don't remember, but anyway, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I forgot a lot of the.
Anthony has all these sample size things.
Well,
in his
'cause
room.
he's probably getting ready for traveling, but I never take part in that kind of stuff. I use my full size shit.
Yeah.
If you take it out,
Yeah.
that's on you.
Well, I got to do a lot of days. It's like 12 days I'll be gone. So I got to take
Oh.
Where are you going
this Chinese stuff.
after the?
Mohegan Sun, then Hawaii, and then we're going to Cincinnati.
Oh, so it's
So
all
it's
in a row.
it's
No.
all in a row.
2 deodorants you think you're going to burn through. 12 days you're going to burn through
No,
2
no,
deodorants.
those are 2 broken deodorants. They just don't work.
Oh.
I always take full size stuff.
Yeah,
And I let them. I say, take your chances. And they say, is there anything in your suitcase? I say, no. And then last time I was flying back from, I did a show in
Wait.
Virginia last week. I said, no, there's no fluids in my suitcase. And then it went through and they found the fluids. They've never stopped me before.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
time they said,
Whoa.
you just said you had no fluids. And I said,
Well,
yeah, I didn't know I did.
yeah. It's against the law to be a liar.
Yeah.
Am,
Yeah.
am I
Is that on the Constitution?
am I not going to be able to take those on a plane?
No, these are, I thought that's why you get in the smallsies.
Oh,
Because small, you have to have 3 ounces.
You
or
have
less.
to have. Oh, okay.
Bigs, no
Oh,
go.
I thought it was just for convenience.
Yeah.
No,
I-
good.
oh.
So you were doing it just for convenience.
I was
what I
doing
do.
it for convenience. I didn't realize that.
No,
that's
so you're
legality.
following laws. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, great.
What I do is I just take all my shampoo and put it inside my gun.
yeah,
they can't find it.
yeah.
They
I
can't.
put in my
Sir,
big bomb.
Sir, you can't bring a gun on the plane. Didn't say anything about shampoo guns.
No, shampoo gun.
Or you put it all on your head and then you try to make it last.
Yeah. Get all the shampoo in your hair
Get all the
for
shampoo
that
in-
ride.
Yeah.
Or I used
There
to
you
know
go.
a guy who would do a thing because
Yeah.
he didn't like baggage, so he would drink all his shampoo, shit it out, then he would separate it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Separate.
yeah.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
a fermenting system where he'd put this, he'd pile his shit up on
Craigslist.
no, later, but he would have paper towels.
Where?
And he would put all his shit on paper towels, and then in about 4 days, the shampoo starts seeping out.
Oh,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
Brita
yeah.
system.
Yeah, like a Brita system.
Mhm, you get a strainer.
I got into a fight with it. You know, I'm a fighter.
Yeah.
I know
TSA. Last time I was there, I was going to Cincinnati. Guy goes, lady was like, no liquids, and I said, I'm 90% liquid. So
Yeah.
what do you want now?
So cut me
You
open.
Drain me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so drain me out.
Drain me. I'll drain you.
Yeah.
Well, and they do that thing now.
How did it go? How did it go from there?
She said, don't be an idiot. I got on the plane.
They do that thing now where they have you had that random thing where they swipe your finger for bomb residue?
Whoa, no.
That's
new.
It only happened to me once. It's not new. It's just never happened to me.
Oh, okay.
It's just real random. Like it barely ever happens because I've seen the machinery for a long time.
Yeah.
And they never use it. And then the last time I was on a plane, it happened to me. They swipe your finger and you have to stand there. They put it under a machine, but it's like, what? It's illegal now to touch bombs? I didn't
Yeah.
bring it with me.
Yeah, I left it at
You
home.
know, I left it at home. What do you? Yeah.
What's bomb residue? Pipe?
Yeah, that's the thing. What are you looking for?
Yeah.
Who
What if I had
invented
Poppy
this
seed
machine?
bagel?
Yeah,
Also,
that
that sounds like a great racket to be in. Just sell the government a machine
Right,
who say
yeah.
sniffs bombs
Yeah,
off people's fingers.
Yeah.
And just jimmy up the machine like a slot machine. Just say,
Right.
yeah, 1 in every 10,000 times go off. Whatever. Go check somebody.
Yeah.
I don't like the random thing there. Just check everybody. Or
Yeah.
check weird people.
Yeah.
You know, well, I understand that. You look at a guy and you go, you look like you might be a terrorist. Whatever your criteria is. Doesn't have to be race.
Well, they do that, I think.
Could
you
be
get,
lippy.
Don't you get searched a
Yeah,
lot?
I get it pretty often.
My brother
Yeah.
gets it a fair amount because he for some reason for work he was doing a lot of one-way tickets
Yeah.
and like a single man one-way
One-way.
ticket
Yeah.
in a certain age range you set off the fucking
Yeah.
thing.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
matter what you look like. Yeah.
Whenever they do the thing, whenever they start pulling people out, I always step out first.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, sorry, sir, we said 4 bombs, not the bomb. We know you're the bomb. You're the bomb. And I have my bomb song.
What's your bomb song?
Yeah, I'm the bomb. I'm the motherfucking bomb. The motherfucking bomb.
He's a motherfucking bomb.
Yeah. You know.
You guys heard of this Hidden City stuff?
What's that about?
No.
It's interesting. It's they try to shut them down. This is I only learned about this week. This is an old thing. This kid developed this website where you could. It's basically like a cheaptickets.com. You know, where you search for plane fares.
Yeah.
Except he incorporates in his searches a little trick airlines don't like you to know about, which is that oftentimes it is cheaper. Say you want to fly to Memphis, right?
Yeah.
And
I know.
Oftentimes, if you search for a direct flight to Memphis, it'll be X amount of price, right?
Right.
You search for maybe and this function this guy's made searches for any flights that go through Memphis. So sometimes there'll be a ticket from like New York to LA that has a layover in Memphis that is somehow cheaper than the direct Memphis flight.
Right.
So you just go and then get off.
Just get off.
And it's illegal. If the airline catches you do it, they'll stop selling tickets to you. They'll ban you, which is weird.
Wait a minute. So how do you just get half a ticket?
You don't. You get the full ticket. But for whatever reason, because of airline economics are weird. Like, you know,
if it's a hub,
yeah,
tickets generally are cheaper.
Yeah.
So if it's a more,
but you're only getting half a ticket. Like so if I want to go from Newark to Canada,
yeah.
If I want to go from Newark to Canada,
Yeah.
I look for a flight that goes from Florida to Newark to Canada, right? That's what you guys are saying? And
no,
just pick up
I'm
the back
saying
end?
if you want to go from Newark to Canada, right?
Yeah.
There could be a possibility where the Newark to Toronto flight. Say you're going to Toronto. The Newark.
Yeah.
There's a possibility where Newark to Toronto costs $600.
Oh.
But for some reason, there oftentimes is a flight where it's like Newark to Vancouver costs $400 with a stop in Toronto. So you just buy that Vancouver flight, but just when it stops in Toronto, you just don't get on the next leg of the flight.
Yeah.
And you're there in Toronto.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
and
illegal?
yeah,
For
it's
me
illegal.
just not keep going.
It's not illegal. They can't arrest you. It's against their passenger terms to knowingly book a flight you're not going to go on.
What you have to do is just pretend. Just wait for them to go. And just run up to it and go, you left without me.
Right.
Guess I'll stay here.
Yeah. Well, and the guy on the website was saying there is... The only risks are, A, if you do it a lot, they can... If they notice you're doing that, they'll ban you for life. And then B, about 2% of the time, flights with layovers, they reroute them. So in other words, that would really fuck you, because then it's just like, now you're going to Oklahoma now. So.
Yeah. Or you do is you get on, you check in for the second part, and then you just I gotta go to the bathroom, and then they think you're on the plane. Then you kill somebody in that town.
Yeah, take his identity.
Drive back. Yeah,
you live there now.
That's
You've got his wife.
Yeah, no one knows you are.
Yeah.
I always try to think of those things and how to it's very easy to kill people. It's crazy that people don't get away with it more often.
I think it's just so much harder now.
Why?
I don't know, DNA, all that stuff.
You just gotta do lucky things.
What's a lucky thing?
You just pour a bunch of bleach in a bunch of cups, and you go, have a drink. I gotta go to the bathroom. Pick any one. And you leave.
That's a lucky
And the guy just accidentally drinks bleach. You know?
Yeah, but then you have to prove in court that you didn't give him a cup of bleach.
You didn't. I was in the room.
But the autopsy will show that he's full of bleach.
Yeah, he drank it on his own accord.
Yeah, but what about witnesses, all those things?
No witness.
Also...
But getting the body out of there, because you're going to have to call the cops then, if you're there.
Oh, yeah, this guy's drank bleach.
You got to reel it back to the beginning here, Anthony. You got to reel it back to the beginning. Because Anthony's bringing up a lot of great points, but that's even further down the line.
Yeah.
Who is this guy that he's just drinking whatever you leave out? What do you mean? When do you ever drink a cup that you just find?
If there's a note that says, drink me, I'm delicious, I might take a sip.
Well, then that note is going to be evidence, number one. Number two, it's going to smell like bleach.
What if I put heavy industrial glue on someone's shoes for when they're crossing the street? And they're glued to the middle of the street, and any car just rams into them.
Yeah, but they got to get to the middle of the street.
Yeah.
It's going to be a timed glue.
Is there...
So then this creates a larger problem because now you have to invent timed glue.
Yeah.
Well, you know when it gets its most potency. It's maybe a minute or two. That's a couple other
You
ideas.
still have to. I don't know that exists.
Yeah. I mean, what if I just got a tiger,
Yeah.
put it in my house?
Okay.
The tigers eat this guy.
Yeah.
That's not me now. That's the tiger. Well, why'd I put the tiger in the house?
Yeah, that one I think you will get away. You won't be charged with murder because it'll be like manslaughter or something, you know? Like that's not
I
quite
got a
as bad.
tiger in my room. I didn't, he went in there.
There might be something if you buy a tiger where you're held responsible for them if they murder someone.
Oh yeah,
Because they can't be tried in court.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything
You
about
put a
it.
parachute on your friend. Parachute on your friend.
Uh-huh.
Say, hey, let's go to the roof and take a photo of you like you're jumping off the roof with his parachute. Then you kick him off the roof, right? Then he dies because there's no parachute in there.
Yeah.
And you go, I don't know, this guy was trying out this new parachute invention. It didn't work.
If we have a listener who's also a murderer,
Yeah.
and he's just we
Write
read
these
about
down.
one of these things in the paper that's like some guy kicked a guy off a roof in Florida with his nutty parachute idea, and this gets back to us. Oh boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
He's in trouble.
the articles say, police don't know why he had to get the parachute thing involved. He could just said he fell off while he was fixing the roof.
Yeah.
For some reason, he did this whole empty parachute
Whatever
gag
reason.
that really blew his whole cover. Otherwise, we just thought that guy fell off the roof.
Yeah, the parachute part hurts you there.
What?
The
Of course.
parachute part hurts you there.
No, because you're like, I got no. This guy said he had a new short range parachute. It didn't work. He just fell. I thought it would work. I don't know science.
No, you
You're
smother a guy with a pillow. Okay,
You're-
you wear gloves, you put on a shower cap, and you smother him with a pillow.
Your DNA is all over.
No, not really.
Your crimes rely a lot on cops having no follow-up questions.
Yeah.
Just them going, all right, well, that checks out. You seem
Yeah.
honest.
Wait,
Yeah.
did he say short-range parachute? All right. That's
Never heard of that. This guy seems to know what he's talking
Because I
about.
have been
Off
saying-
we go. Let's get a donut.
Yeah. All right, now I found this interesting program on my phone. Oh,
Computer
fuck,
program?
there's an Amber Alert.
Yeah, I got one too.
Shit.
So they're getting us all.
Well, maybe we'll go ahead and put this on the podcast just for...
Yeah. if you
now it
guys
went
see
away. Mine
No,
went
mine's
away.
still up there.
Okay, read it out so they know.
Amber Alert for New York, Long Island City, K24ECS. Oh, that must be the license plate. New Jersey,
Nice.
2004 Silver Dodge Caravan.
So be on the lookout for
Be on
that,
the
everyone, if
lookout.
that's still popping off. So this is interesting. We just saved lives, you know. This is a
What?
thing called a basic character premise generator I found, right? I click a button
Yeah.
and it generates 3 characters.
No,
I
wait,
swear to God. Yeah, I
Wait,
randomly
what?
found this. It's called, it's on a website. I don't even want to endorse this website because who knows what they're up to, but it's called springhole.net.
What is it, for improv teams or something?
I don't know what it's for. It's got all these different weird things, but so I'm going to generate characters
And we're all gonna be him.
and we're all going to be them,
All right.
okay?
All right.
And I'll just take it. So there's no bias whatsoever. The first one's going to go to Anthony, second one to you, third
Alright.
one to me, okay?
I will say I'm a little. I've got to get into my groove here with character stuff.
Yeah.
I did some audition earlier where I had to do a bunch of improv, and I stunk every step of the way. It was horrible.
I did that.
Yeah, you
I
you
did
do
that one.
Yeah.
Horrible. I was
Horrible.
with a woman.
What was the audition?
It was for a
What?
prank show.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
kind of prank
I got this
show.
for you. I gotta get on this.
This lady,
Yeah.
casting director.
It was.
doesn't have anything to do with
I'm
us.
in there with a woman from
UCB.
UCB.
I'm in there with a UCB improviser
And it's interesting
guy.
because-
oh my god.
Because in terms of funniness, I said way more. I said really funny things, but just being with an improviser, you're like, oh fuck, they know how to just keep going the whole time.
Yeah,
I would just
yeah.
like trail off
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and get crazy. Like it
yeah,
just was,
same here. Mine was so
Oh, it's
bad
weird,
and
dude.
weird, and
yeah.
that was. I
Okay,
apologize a lot.
yeah. So Anthony, you are
Great.
a gentle, odd-looking man with a great sense of fashion and a habit of daydreaming.
What?
You come from a neighboring country and live with an ant in a temple.
I mean, that's
I mean,
so
that's
much
just you, him.
information.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
you,
it
though.
is you.
It
Yeah.
started off as me, but then I come from our country.
Yeah, you do come
No,
from this
you come
country.
from a neighboring country. So you need it. You need me to tell it again.
I gotta hear that. Most of our characters are just like, well, this is a fish who's brain dead.
I know it's crazy.
This is there's
Well, I
so
think
lot
it's
here.
'cause
We're not very good
Because the grammar is like weird. I think I think it's just a jumble of words. But
Yeah.
this gentle, odd-looking man with a great
That's
sense
Anthony.
of fashion
Anthony does show
and a habit of
Uh-huh.
daydreaming, definitely Anthony.
Oh, yeah.
You come from a neighboring country
Okay.
and live with an ant in a temple.
All right.
Okay,
Sounds good. Gentle soul.
Greg, you are a shy, homely woman, and you
That's
have
fun.
you have a body in the closet. You come from another planet.
It's a lot like Greg.
You come from another planet and live with a super villain in a mansion. I mean, this is
I
too
love
many
it.
things.
I love
too
it.
many
I got it
things.
all.
They were fine.
So you're
you
shy.
know?
I got
You're
it
a
all.
shy, homely woman with a
You're the
body in
body.
the
I don't know what
closet.
homely means.
Ugly, but like in a not great looking. You got a body in the closet. You come from another planet and live with a super villain in a mansion. Okay, this is me. This irritable, fine-featured teenage girl with way too many books comes from the next town over and lives with a grandfather in a converted refrigerator.
Okay,
Yeah,
where
see,
are we?
This is too many
thing
things.
Where you're
This is
like,
great.
okay, this, and this, and then you're
Yeah, you
also
gotta use that. Do the best
Osama
you
bin
can.
Laden with
Okay,
a chicken.
and
Where are we? Set the scene.
what? My character will talk first. I'll set the scene. Let me see what I am.
Well, I gotta stand up.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
can't do
I'm
these
tired.
sit down. I'm tired too, but I'm trying to give it my all, Greg.
That's not dead air.
Thank you all for coming to my birthday party today. My name, of course, is Clarissa, and it's wonderful that you could be here today in this. Join me in this Wendy's.
Oh, it's good to be here with you, Clarissa. I'm Canada Jack. Canada Jack, and I especially care about your birthday because birthdays mean a lot to me. I live with my aunt in the temple.
Oh, that's funny because I live with my grandfather in a converted refrigerator. And he said to me, the best way to make friends in a new town is to invite two strangers to your birthday party. And so, thank you also for coming today, sir.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I'm very shy.
Oh,
I'm very shy and I don't want to be talked to because I'm so ugly.
I don't think...
So ugly. And I live with a supervillain in a mansion who rapes me constantly.
Well, I would imagine that would
Is
make
that
anyone
too much too soon?
Well, for someone...
just enough.
Yeah, I was going
Just
to
enough.
say, Canada Jack,
Yeah.
for someone who's so shy, you really got into the heart of your living situation and the sexual assault you've been suffering, really, with very little prompting.
Well, if
High points.
you're being sexually assaulted like I am, the first thing out of your mouth is gonna say, "Get me out of here!" I was actually in a movie.
Oh, he was in a movie.
You recognize my work from Throw Mama from the Train?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is
Yeah.
that?
I didn't want to say anything at first.
I'm the mother.
From Throw Mama
Okay.
from the Train?
Yep. Why are we here?
Well, it's my birthday.
It's his birthday.
Yeah, I live with my grandfather. I mean, that's crazy.
What are we doing at your birthday party,
That's
though?
what I said. I always invite... I put an ad up on Craigslist.
Got it.
I said, I have
got
no
it.
friends. I'm looking for two neighborhood friends
Oh, yeah.
to come to my birthday party. Now, tell me something about yourself. What do you do for a living?
I work at a tow truck company. I work at a tow truck company, but it's not here nor there. Mainly live with my aunt in the temple.
What kind of temple?
Jewish, secular.
Cool. Is she a rabbi?
Something like that. She's a rabbi.
Oh, I don't know about
It's
a
a
rabbi.
female rabbi.
Do you know about a rabbi?
Rabbi, female rabbi, and or country singer
Oh,
with red hair.
Rabbi McIntyre.
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 Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, something that you mentioned earlier that I didn't at the time. I was so taken with the unfortunate story of you being sexually assaulted, which is less sad because of how old you are. I'm not as sad, but you did mention that you lived with a supervillain.
Yes.
And what's his deal?
His deal is that he captured me at a young age, and we fell in love. And
It seems like we all have so much going on
Yeah.
that it's hard to focus on one just thing to
Let's
be the
just
thread
talk
of this.
about what
Let's pick one.
We'll pick what we would do at a birthday party.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I totally forgot how irritable I was.
Yeah. I too forgot that because you've been very engaging.
Jesus Christ! I cannot fucking believe this shit! Not on my birthday, I said! Now get me a goddamn Junior Bacon Cheeseburger!
Calm down. In Canada, bacon is called something different. I'll go get you. I don't want you to flip out. I'll get it.
You sound like a Muppet.
That is hurtful to me.
Yes. Well, Anthony, or whatever that thing's name was.
Canada Jack.
Canada
I'm ordering, but I heard.
Canada Jack. He seems like a fella. He seems good, but I say don't ask me too many questions. But you can ask me 5 questions. And then we'll ask each other 5 questions, and we'll all get to know each other.
Okay, I'd like to ask
All right.
question number 1.
All right.
Were you...
Your burger.
What? Which side did you participate in on World War II?
I was...
Thank you.
well, through World War II, I was not alive. Fair question. But I would have been on the American side. I am an American.
I just thought that woman from Throw Mama from the Train was so elderly. And that movie must have been made in maybe the late 70s, early 80s.
Yes.
I don't know. The math just seems to me. I could be wrong.
Once again, it would seem as if we have so many things going on at the same time, it's difficult to keep track of them all.
I was 20 in that movie. I just am not an attractive person.
No, very ugly. Homely, I should say.
Yes. But I took care of the supervillain thing.
You took care of it? Well, let
Let's
me
not
ask
get
you a
into it.
second question. How did you take care of the supervillain who you've yet to name?
He was a man who had been sexually assaulting me for over 100 years. And every which way I would try. I judge years differently than you.
Seems like you had enough stuff about you, and now you're adding things that would make it even more extraordinary.
Yeah. Plus, I'll tell you another interesting thing.
Yeah?
We haven't even got to what planet you're from.
Yeah, as if it wasn't enough to be in Throw Mama from the Train and have a dead body in your closet and have been sexually assaulted.
I never said that. You were reading into something I didn't yet admit to.
Oh.
Perhaps you alluded.
Oh my, has your voice gotten so deep?
I'm an alien. We talk different. I am an alien. I'm from a nebula.
Once again, that's even more than I'm finding out now.
I don't like it. I like when we just do everything naturally.
Listen, if you think anyone fucking likes this, you got another thing coming, buddy.
You know
None
what?
of us like it, but the program said who we are.
This is...
Trying to do it's too hard to do it this way.
Yeah.
If this is easy, well then I'm not a fine-featured young woman.
And I gotta tell you, it's really hard to play shy when you're only heard by radio, have murdered someone, am an alien.
Yeah, I would say the problem lies with the characters in the beginning.
Don't you know? Who's doing you now? Okay.
All right.
All right. Oh, no, that was fun. Right.
How much
fun,
time
though.
are we in? Because I got another thing if you want. How much time are we in?
Oh, we have 15 left.
Okay, so what I've put together a little fun. Unless you guys got something going on, I've put together a little fun event for you two.
Oh.
This is how it works.
Are you good on time?
You good on time?
I don't know.
You have to be out by 6, I thought.
We got 15 minutes. We're good.
Okay.
So this is a quiz. Here's how the quiz works. I ask a question about.
You know, though, we do try You know,
That's the
sometimes it fails.
thing. No, that wasn't a failure.
But
What,
we
no,
do
the-
try.
The
Okay.
improv stuff?
Hold on.
I mean,
Hold on,
whatever,
hold on.
man.
This is what.
If
Now
you're
we have
90
to show them. Okay, now
What?
it's street. Now it's dealer's choice, baby. Whoever you want to be.
I thought we were
Anthony.
doing a
No,
quiz.
let's do
No, the
quiz.
quiz
This guy's
is
got
out.
15
No.
minutes. We're
Yeah,
gonna do this
15
quiz.
to hot
Now we do a
jackpot.
quiz.
No, I'm not doing. Fine. You want to quit?
Look, Brandon,
Okay.
they're 93 episodes into this thing. They know the score.
Okay,
I
fine.
know the
And if
score.
they got new, if
Okay,
we got new people coming
fine,
in, this is like
listen.
an hour into the show. They're gone.
Okay,
Find out.
no matter
So
what
don't worry about
you think I'm doing, it is a quiz. It's not another character piece.
Okay.
it. Okay.
Also, I don't even know if the microphone's picking everything up.
Nobody knows that. Nobody knows that.
So, the rules of today's quiz are as follows. Everyone to...
This is a character thing.
no, this is part of the quiz, as I have said.
Okay.
In order to get points, you ask me a question about my life or who I am as a person, and then I would then award the points as they are to be given.
I've got one before this even starts. You seem to have started off as a Russian person and then became French. What up with that?
Oh, that's an excellent question, young Anthony. My name is Sergey Mortato.
Uh-huh.
I have spent the last 14 years
Nice. Right into.
in the French
Arnold
Foreign
Schwarzenegger.
Legion. Okay? I do not know where I was originally born. Okay, my dear mama, she's from Jamaica. But I go to the French Foreign Legion. You'll forget your family, you'll forget your past. I've been at war, mon frère. 1 point for Anthony in the quiz.
Is the quiz just asking you
Yep.
questions?
Yeah, that is what
Oh,
I said.
oh, okay. All right, all
Point
right.
awarded for asking questions, and if I do say so myself, that was another question. 2 points for Anthony.
Man, landslide lead.
Yeah. Anyway, question number 2. This
Wait, I thought I asked you a question.
what?
That's a question. That's a trick to get you to ask a question.
thought I asked you
That's
a
a good
question.
move.
No, mon frère, it's a quiz. Do you not know what the quiz is? I asked the question.
Okay.
What kind of quiz it would be if you asked me questions?
I don't know.
It seemed like the one you had laid out.
No. Mais non, young Anthony. Mais non.
It's known.
Young Anthony. That crazy, the Paul Prudhomme, the great New Orleans chef. Question number 2.
Yeah.
The question number 2.
Yeah.
Who has any questions for me?
I have a question.
Great.
Are you married?
Many times. 4 times. 4 times to my current wife. Before that, 7 times total. 3 women involved. So, for Lucille, married, divorced. Okay, Lucille married again. That's 2 marriages,
2 marriages.
1 woman. Then I marry Catherine. Okay, she was the most
Catherine.
beautiful 67-year-old woman these eyes have ever seen.
Beautiful.
A vagine like 2 eucalyptus leaves, okay, hanging down, shaking in the wind and rattling like 2 acorns inside of them. Divorced. That's 3 marriages
Three
and 2
marriages,
women.
2 women.
And then, interestingly enough, Eugenia. Okay,
Eugenia.
she's my current wife.
Current 4.
That's 4 marriages, 3 women.
3 women.
Okay, then I just divorced her, then married her back and forth.
Why so many divorces in?
Oh, because my blood runs hot. Do you ever get a nice shrimp gumbo boiling?
Yeah.
You boil it up, it's going to sizzle over the pot. You know, it doesn't matter how big of a pot you get, it's going to bubble over that pot, boy. It bubbles over that pot because it's hot-blooded. And one time, I stabbed her.
Fair.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be and then she got back to you after.
Yeah. She come running back because I have the ways of the love.
Yeah. Blaze of love.
That's the second time you mentioned cooking in New Orleans dishes.
Yeah.
What's happening there?
I don't know. I've never been there, but I have for years. For years, I have wanted to go and sample the cuisine. I'm a vegan. Okay, I never have had these dishes, but
but oftentimes I say, oh, someday, young Corcomand, you get this and you will love it. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on in. I say, come on in.
What are you doing here? Why are you so... Why are you not home with the kids?
Eugenia! It is Eugenia!
Yeah, what the fuck? You're always out here hanging out when you should be home with the kids.
There's only one way to stop her when she is like this. Give me a rolled up newspaper.
I'll go find one.
You
here.
must whack her with a rolled up newspaper as if she was a dog.
You son of a bitch! I want a divorce.
I will grant you said divorce. Write it out, and for me.
Okay, yeah, all right. One divorce, Eugenia
Clemens.
Yeah.
Eugenia Clemens and Manfred. What was it?
I will sign immediately because I cannot stand this woman. I cannot stand this.
All right.
But you're so
I
good
can't
looking.
stand this hot-blooded,
Okay.
And you're such a way.
beautiful
You are so hot.
woman with her big, luscious breasts.
Oh, you're turning me on.
Her long
Just
vagine.
call him dog.
Her vagine is so long. I see her vagine down past her knees.
Yeah, I unrolled it for you.
Oh, like
Oh,
a
I'm so
red
hot.
carpet
I'm
at
gonna
the,
leave.
at the
now,
foreign
You
Hollywood
watch,
Foreign
you
Press
film this.
Awards.
Okay.
Because I won't have
I'll
sex.
just
I want
agree.
to take him.
Yes,
But
take it
I won't
all.
do it without being married.
Take
I am
it
a
all.
Catholic girl.
We are all.
Do I have to marry you
yes,
guys?
say the vows.
Okay. Moncrief, do you take this Eugenia Clemens to be your wife?
Oh, I must.
Death do you part.
I must.
You must. Okay. Eugenia Clemens, do you take Moncrief till death do you part?
Kookamarand.
Moncrief Kookamarand.
Not till death. But maybe till Wednesday.
Yeah, dude. I'm sorry, I don't know what. I don't know why I started talking like her. It was very strange.
Okay, well, by
Thank
the
you. Okay.
power invested in me by no one, I pronounce you man and wife.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
All right.
You showed him. You showed him.
No, that was
Showed
the quiz.
Oh, that was a quiz.
Yeah,
Oh,
Anthony
yeah.
won.
Oh, great. That's great.
All right. All right.
We're gonna be headlining.
So, yeah, let's get
You Bananas in
That's-
Cincinnati, Ohio, December 10th through the 13th.
So
Year
December 10th through the 13th, if you are in Cincinnati, Ohio, go onto the Go Bananas website right now and pick up tickets because Greg Stone and Anthony DeVito are co-headlining. It's going to be a phenomenal weekend. Is there a promo code or anything like that?
No.
No, I don't think so.
So
I think
Cincinnati, Ohio,
tickets
Go
are pretty
Bananas.
cheap, though.
Yeah, you got to come out.
I got another one.
All right, Greg's got another one.
Also, December 15th, I'm headlining Caroline's, so come.
December 15th, Caroline's Comedy Club in New York City.
So sad.
Promo code $5 tickets for use promo code Breakout.
So if you're in New York City, December 15th, Caroline's Comedy Club, Greg Stone headlining, use the promo code Breakout. I'm sure tickets are available on their website, correct?
Yeah, we got another one too.
I got another one too. Go ahead. What do you...
We're gonna do our last one. Anthony and I are also double headlining in DC at some point.
The Big Hunt, December 18th and 19th, 8 p.m. I don't know. I think tickets are probably $5 or something for that show.
Yeah, it's in Washington DC.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know that we have any listeners there, but I will be in Columbia, Missouri at Deja Vu Comedy Club.
Oh, nice.
Deja Vu Comedy Club for New Year's Eve.
Oh,
And
nice,
then
man.
another show, I think we're taking... So New Year's Eve, December 31st. Then I think we're taking the 1st off. And then there'll be shows on the 2nd. January 2nd, Deja Vu Comedy Club in Columbia, Missouri. And then one more. Let me get one more in here.
Get another one in.
I will be at the... Fuck, is Tampa Improv or a Funny Bone?
The Tampa Improv.
I think it's an improv.
Well, I'll be at Tampa, I believe at the Improv, January 7th through 10th. The Tampa Improv. So come out there, check the website there. I'll be with Greg Warren.
Nice. Also, Merry Christmas, because I doubt we're getting another episode out before Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And I think
Happy New
Hanukkah's
Year.
right now, if that's your thing.
Oh, yeah, that's your thing, too.
That's your thing.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
you know.